Hi, oil friends. We're going to take a few quick minutes. My name is Lena, and we're going to talk about one of the oils that is near and dear to my heart that I don't feel like gets enough publicity, personally. It's a white fir. It is delicious. It is steam distilled from the needles of a white fir pine tree. So it is all things winter and delicious. And Christmas time, yes. The second that it starts to get cold here in Texas, which is pretty much the holidays, this comes out and I put it in my diffuser with Holiday Joy and or cinnamon bark. Makes the whole house smell like winter wonderland deliciousness. But besides just smelling good, because we don't get oils just for the scent, obviously, it has some really great health and wellness benefits as well. So the first one we're going to talk about is support to the musculoskeletal system. It has a great way of kind of activating, right, those muscles when they're a little bit tired, they're needing a little bit of support. Maybe you ran a little further than you're used to. Maybe you stood on your feet a little longer than you're used to. But the other great thing that it does for your muscles is it also supports the circulation within them. And so a lot of people that have issues with their circulation will try white fir, especially on their feet in the evenings after a long day. Kick those feet up too. That's always going to help with that as well. I personally love to layer it with my deep blue rub for an extra kind of layer of the way that it, the sensation when it blends with that deep blue is really awesome. Very invigorating to the muscles and the joints. Also can really support joint health as well. The second way that we use it in our household for health and wellness is respiratory system. It is great at supporting healthy respiratory functions. That was one of the main reasons that I got into oils, and I was having some pretty serious respiratory issues before that. And so of course I have Breathe, I have the Breathe Vapor Stick, I have the lemon, lavender, and peppermint blend for all those seasonal changes and seasonal threats. But every list I kept looking at when I looked up respiratory oils, always at the very end there was this little white fir. I was like, I need to try that. Let's give this a shot. If nothing else, it's going to smell like Christmas. But the support that it can give your respiratory system is seriously no joke. You can diffuse it. So a lot of times, especially I know that my trigger for my respiratory issues a lot of times is the change from fall to winter. So during that time, I'm going to try to be proactive. I'm going to diffuse white fir with some Breathe, especially at night, to make sure that all my airways stay clear. But I'm also going to put it on topically. So most often, I'll take a few drops of white fir and a few drops of Melaleuca tea tree, which all of us are pretty familiar with usually. I take a couple drops of each of these in my hands, put a few drops of grapeseed oil because that's my carrier oil of choice, and I'm going to rub it all over my chest. I'm going to rub it all over the back of my neck. If I'm lucky, I can get my husband to rub it all over my back, the bottom of my feet. Then I put socks on because that's so not necessary, but I just feel like it's like an extra layer of protection. And I will do that 2 or 3 times a day until I feel like my respiratory system doesn't need as much support. It has been a game changer for just helping feel like I can open things up in a natural way without automatically feeling like I got to reach for something over the counter or I need to make a call to my doctor. It has saved a lot of those situations from having to happen in our household. So I really suggest looking into it. The other great way to use it, you know those moments where you just feel a little foggy. You can't quite pull the word that you're looking for when you want to. You can't quite pull the thought out of your head that you're trying to. White fir also is very invigorating to the mind as well, not just the muscles. So a lot of times I will diffuse white fir with rosemary when I'm trying to really get some thoughts down on paper, especially. I have a little bit of a writer's block, a little bit mental block. It helps open that up. And it might just be because it makes me happy because I like the smell of it, or it may really be stimulating things in my brain. I don't know, but it works, and that's really all I care about. So go try White Fir. I hope you learned a little bit today in these quick few minutes. If you have any questions, just leave them here. I'll be happy to help you. Bye, friends.